someday you might see it. Yeah, never say die. Got to go.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another Duel of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subscriber Tournament. And this time, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tournament, we have Jinzo versus Dimitri. Both of these characters showed up in Season 1. Jinzo using some weird burn card strategies, and Dimitri using Yami Yugi's deck, almost card for card. And then I gave him different Yugi cards, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Sister Atem will be playing as Yugi, funny enough. And White Knight will be taking over as Jinzo, since nobody actually really wanted Jinzo. No, no offense to Jinzo, of course. So let's go ahead and get things started. All right. We got a Skilled White Magician for the Busta Blada. That's always a good card. You're going to need to activate 3 spell cards to make that happen. And we have the Phantom Dewan, a terrible card in general. And now we are going to have to continue. So, the 3 fusion monsters of Yugi that I let Dimitri have, that I can remember anyway. Let me see, I have it right here. Ah, screw it. Let's just go on. I know Chimera's in there and Dark Paladin's in there. Dark Paladin's a gift from me. Oh, look, it's Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts. That's part of the fusion I was just talking about. Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. Alright, let's see. Gazelle's going in. That was a weird play, going with the weaker monster, but that's fine. Only 200 damage was taken, and that creepy Chucky doll is now on the screen. I apologize to all my fans that have a Chucky phobia, but there it is. It's okay. I grew out of it. I'm sure you all can too. All right. Oh, Jinzo already. And Amplifier, making it so you could still use your trap cards, such as Spirit Barrier. So, that's a little bit of a combo, but MST is now Jinzo's weakness because if the Amplifier dies, Jinzo dies. Let's see which target the White Knight decides to go after. I'm assuming that you're going to kill the Skilled White, but either way, it does not make a difference. Alright, and battle phase. Which monster are we targeting? Skilled White. Yep, there was no question about that. We're just going to go ahead and get it on in there. Jinzo has dominated duels in the past, and will Jinzo be able to dominate this duel? It's possible. It's definitely possible, but Yugi does have some busted cards in that deck of theirs. Granted, a lot of them are trap cards, but Swords is not. A lot of them are trap cards, but, yeah, Jinzo, you're in trouble. And hopefully Yugi has more monsters to set so they could summon the Dark... Yep, there we go. So that they could summon the Dark Magician or Buster Blader naturally when they need to. Alright, let's see what happens. So, Jinzo is going to go ahead and have Emissary of the Afterlife back them up. Sadly, they cannot attack. They're just stuck there. But with Spirit Barrier on the field, they at least won't take any battle damage if the opponent manages to Tribute Summon a Dark Magician or worse. But we'll see. Personally, I think anything can happen. Now, let us see. Did you get lucky enough to draw a 2 Tribute monster that could take out the Jinzo, stopping you from using your back row? I'm sure the Afterlife is nothing to be afraid of, but Jinzo? Oh, yeah. Oh, even better, the Dark Magician of Chaos! One of the strongest cards in the game because it removes monsters from play. And in this game, that's brutal. Alright, no battle damage is taken, but at the same time, remove from play is extremely scary. Alright. We got ourselves one of them Dolls of Darkness. I wonder why you would summon... That's why you would summon it! Ectoplasmer with the Doll of Darkness is a really good combo to burn your opponent out. And if your opponent doesn't summon a second monster, they'll be forced to get rid of their really good one. And it gets removed from play when it dies. So that's pretty damn good. But they do have a skilled white magician to protect themselves, which means that White Knight, otherwise known as Jinzo, will be taking 2,800 direct damage. That spirit barrier will not save you. And then there's still the fact that you have to take the burn damage. Granted, this will guarantee you get a normal monster to your hand. They're pretty weak, but they'll at least do something. Thousand Eyes Idol, screw it. You need some defense, right? And 2,800 damage. No! That's so much. Oh my gosh. And Ectoplasmer doesn't do anything. However, the Malice Doll will come back, so that will protect you and let you burn your opponent if you want to set a card. Oh, new trap card. That could be good. Ectoplasmer gets rid of him again. 800. The swords are gone. Not like it matters. Jinzo can't overpower a Dark Magician of Chaos. But eventually the Ectoplasmer might get to it if Sister Atem bricks too much. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Monster Reincarnation guarantees they at least have a monster. You might as well get rid of Polly. Get yourself another skilled white, why don't you? That's the only card you seem to like to use. Magic Drain will stop you, which means that you're out of cards unless you have a spell card worth getting rid of. Yes, they do. It's Multiply. They saved their day. Dark Magician of Chaos will last one more turn. White Knight has a chance of coming back. Now, obviously, we know that monster has 0 defense, so you might as well attack with your 1,700 beater. Yep. And 2,800. There we go. Whew. The damage is good, and the burn is going to be even better. So, Atem, you kill off your skilled White Knight and White Magician, and then next turn you win. Because you could just end your turn and you and use Ectoplasmer to win the duel. Jinzo sadly could not keep control of the duel long enough. The Swords of Revealing Light changed everything. It's a sad day, but Dimitri's strong. He may be copying the King of Games, but that doesn't mean he's bad. Being a copycat is known as not the best thing in the world, but when you're copying the best duelists in the world, you're bound to be at least decent. Even if you're bad at your copying job. So let's see. 2,800, 19... It's over. It's over. They could have just ended their turn. They don't feel like it. They feel like winning. Alright. Goodbye, Thousand Eyes Idol. Goodbye, your life points. Alright. Jinzo takes the first L. Dimitri's in control. Now, Jinzo 100% can win this kind of a duel. It's just really hard because they have to be able to stop their opponent from playing with an early Jinzo. If they summon Jinzo early, they can win. If they don't, it's... they summoned Jinzo early last duel and it looked like they could win, but the problem came up. Their opponent drew swords and there was nothing to do to stop it. They may be able to stop traps, but spell cards are still effective. And the King of Games has everything. The King of Games has spells, traps, and monster effects that are really good. And Phantom Dewan gets destroyed. Alright, you might as well let your useless Phantom Dewans get destroyed. You just need to find a way to get Jinzo out. Ectoplasmer will definitely help you in the end. Unless your opponent's not letting you use it. What's going on? Magic Jammer. Okay, they're not letting you use it. They're tired of losing all their monsters. And 7 tools! A triple spell counter. I can't believe it. Alright, and with this effect, they will lose 1 monster a turn. So if Sister Atem wants to play aggressively, it's going to cost them. But if they don't play aggressively, Jinzo could come out. So we'll see what they end up choosing. Plus, if they can activate 2 more spell cards, they will be able to summon their thing. Alright, Gazelle the Flying Mythical Beast is here. And goodbye, Spirit Caller. Hello, Phantom Dewan. The stall is real. Granted, at least the Ectoplasmer will do damage. it will do some damage, especially if they choose Gazelle. That's 750 burn. That's something. And it gives you more time for Skilled Dark to get 2 spell counters. Now we just got to see if White Knight's got any other strategies. Nope, just defense mode. Yep, that makes sense. As long as your monster's face down, Ectoplasm Plasma does not affect it, so you're safe. Alright, we just got a set card right now. Nothing wrong with that. And now, is nothing happening? No one's going to do anything about this? It doesn't look like anybody's making any choices. I actually don't know what's happening. Sister Atem, are you okay? I'm going to type to them if they're okay. Monster Reincarnation. I do no longer need to type. Monster Reincarnation. Get rid of the useless multiply. And get you back a monster card so you don't lose to Ectoplasma. Very good call. And there it is. Gazelle, the king of the mythical beasts. Whatever his name is. That guy could destroy the monster. And since you used a spell card, you're 1 spell card closer to doing your effect. Oh, look, it's a second Spirit Caller. Oh, my God. Second verse, same as the first. You are losing. Oh, man. Even though White Knight is dying, White Knight is stalling their way to victory. I mean, granted, they haven't done any damage yet, but just wait. They're stalling. If they could just get out 1 more monster. Spirit Caller does summon another one to stall, but they need 1 more so that they can get Jinzo out. With Jinzo on the field, they'd be able to survive a turn. Alright, we got a set card. We got Ectoplasma again. We knew this was coming. 1 more spell card, and we could see a Dark Magician right now. We'd see freaking Yugi's most iconic monster in the game. Let's see here. Will Sister Atem be able to pull that off? Or will Sister Atem be forced to attack without summoning? Meaning that they're out of monsters. Meaning that they have to suffer Ectoplasma's effect. Will it finally have paid off for White Knight? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I'm actually confused. I don't think the game... It's not that complicated, right, sister? You know what you're doing. Oh, you got... Oh, God, they just didn't have any options. That's why they were freaking out, because they couldn't find any cards to do anything. If they don't summon another monster, it's over. The Bewitching Phantom Thief. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's over. Ectoplasma's going to take your Skilled Dark. Which means you're out of monsters. White Knight, if you set a card, you could play defense. Call of the Haunted. They know what they're doing. They're going to tribute summon Jinzo. They might not. They might just go for a regular summon too. Yep, that will do it. That is really good. Smart, strong play. Smart and strong play. Oh, man. Ectoplasma gets rid of the Bewitching. Oh, man. It looks like White Knight can turn this duel around unless Atem just stops bricking. Because we know that that's a brick in their hand if they couldn't summon a second monster. Oof. Oof. This is rough. Is the brick really this real? Swords revealing you. Oh, my God. Swords is such a cruel card. Unless your opponent has MST, you're going to make them sacrifice more and more monsters. But that's an amazing top deck. That's a Yugi top deck right there. And the Malice Doll means an infinite burn! They actually drew the doll. Because of this doll, the Jinzo deck is actually pretty good. Season 1 Jinzo of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is actually pretty good. You just got to keep doing the burns. Alright, so 800 and it keeps coming back while Sister Atem has to wait till they get a set monster. Because honestly, if they don't set up... Okay, they did? Okay. They have a set monster. That's the good news. The bad news is, now that they have an infinite burn card, they can just go for Jinzo. There's no reason not to. Because they'll always have a monster. Oh, they're going for it. It's going to be Jinzo. I could feel it in my bones. It's going to be Jinzo. They sacrifice the Afterlife card. They attack directly with the freaking Malice Doll. It's going to be brutal. Or not. Or they just are tired of swords. I can understand that. It's Karibo! Oh no! Karibo's dead! They just wanted a monster to tribute. I understand your pain. All you wanted was somebody to tribute. And the Malice Doll continues its 800 burn. Sister Atem needs a tank. Without a tanky monster, they're stuck and dead. Or Dark Hole. That would help. That gets rid of one problem. And only one. Oh, look. They chain call the Haunted. Oh, look. It's back. And not a single thing has changed. Alright. And 2 Malice Dolls. That will end the duel. The winner is Jinzo. We're going to game 3, baby. It looks like Atem, even though you do like yourself some Yugi Muto, which is Dimitri in this game, it's just not good enough. You got to play one more. You got to get that victory, because that Ectoplasma turned everything around. This is going to be rough. Game 3, everything's so stressful. They have an Emissary of the Afterlife to start the duel. That's pretty good beater monster. 1600 is something. But does our friend Dimitri here, do they have a monster that could take on this card? I don't know personally. But we will see. I'm starting to think that oh my god, that is a brick. Not a single summon. That has to be the biggest brick ever. And not a single... Okay, well, it looks like we're not the only one breaking, but that's interesting at least. Karibo has been used. Okay, Karibo's been used. But that's still a huge brick in your hand. You gotta have something worth summoning. Dark Hole. Okay, well, Magic Drain says no, though. I'm guessing you have a spell card in that huge hand of yours, yeah. What's the spell card worth getting rid of? Poly? Yeah. You probably will never pull off a Poly, sadly. They still get a Phantom Dewan out of the deal, but unless you have a good monster. Gazelle's the best you got? Oh, boy. Gazelle's a cool monster, but they're probably not going to do enough. You probably need something better than Gazelle, I'm just saying. Well, it worked out. Jinzo has not drawn anything but that one Emissary. So you are in a good position now. That's probably a Phantom Dewan down there. And yet you still set a card. What kind of card does Yugi have that isn't worth attacking with? I know it's Dimitri, but I could just say Yugi and everyone would understand given what the deck looks like. Oh, it's Spirit Caller that could bring out Jinzo! Thanks to the original Thousand Eyes Idol's death in the early game with the discards and stuff. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's all working out. Oh, nope, no Jinzo. You got lucky. You got lucky. Jinzo did not just summon himself. Oh, Ectoplasma! You're about to do 0 damage. 0 damage was dealt. But thanks to Ectoplasma, the bricky deck of Dimitri is going to fall apart. Because you need monsters face up to, you know, keep yourself in the game. Oh, look, there's a card. And you need spell cards to make that skill dark any good. Water Pawn in attack mode. I love it. See, that's how you got to play aggressive. Screw defense mode. Go all attack. There we go. 200 damage. You might as well do it and do 100 burn when you freaking tribute it for Ectoplasma. And then you still have 2 monsters left over. That's really nice. Alright. Well, with those monsters, let's see what they got. They just set a card. That's it. That's such a good strategy from freaking Jinzo. Making it so your opponent has to keep drawing monsters and playing them in a face-up attack position against a deck that is pretty bricky. That's smart. That's really smart. But will the Yugi character, will Dimitri be able to do something? Oh, Baphomet. Funny enough, that gets you back Gazelle, so technically that was worth it. Oh, you only have 1 Gazelle in your deck, or do you? Okay, you do. Good, you have more than 1. That at least is worth it because then you make sure you have a monster to summon next turn. Might as well go for the 14. Spirit Caller stalls! Oh my god! Making sure you don't take any heavy damage, Baphomet will be destroyed. That polymerization would have been nice right about now, but it's understandable. Alright, Ectoplasma gets rid of Baphomet. 700 burn has happened. Anything can happen in this duel, and so far it seems like Jinzo's probably going to lose, but their strategy still will technically work if they could just outlast their opponent's draws. So that's Gazelle, the last monster we know that they have. After that, it could just be bricks. Could be Buster Blair, Dark Magicians, Dark Magician Girls in their hand. Bunch of cards that just won't work. And we got 1900 damage plus some burn. It won't be enough to win, but some burn. And, oh, this duel's probably going to end 2 burn. I think that this duel is over. I don't know how you come back. I really don't. I think that once you end your turn, Skilled Dark does 950 damage exactly. So unless you have a crazy combo I don't know about, White Knight and your Jinzo deck, I'm afraid that this duel is probably over. Just a set card. That's your only hope. If they end their turn, it's over. That's all they have to do. They might not end their turn, which means they might misplay and not tribute the Skilled Dark. Oh, doesn't matter. Attack directly for game. Dimitri will be moving forward in the tournament. Heck yeah. Alright, so Dimitri defeated Jinzo, everybody. And it took to game 3, but it was actually pretty good. So, we'll see you all in the next duel, and I hope you're enjoying. Bye-bye.